Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Mouseketeer known as Stevie, and beside me is my co-host, the all-knowing crown jewel of Disney fandom, Cameron. We are just two dads raised on the mouse, here to give you tips, tricks, news, and overall entertainment for all things Disney. So turn us up in your pumpkin carriage, or maybe you're watching us on a magic mirror. But either way, we invite you to be our guest for an episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for another episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. We have another special episode for you guys today where we are going to go through our top 5 favorite Disney songs. Cam, how are you feeling about today?
A lot better than last week's episode, where last week we were just super depressing about our emotional Disney moments. Hopefully this is a little happier of an episode, but
100%.
I personally hated working on this episode because I have a list of 5. The second I release these 5 into the universe, I know that I'm going to be missing something, and I could easily see a situation where my number 2 becomes my number 8 because you miss things. There's so many. Disney's a big musical thing. There's so many that you miss here. So I have my 5. I feel good about my 5 right now. I'm going to be really sad. My wife's like, when she listens back and she's like, well, what about song X? And I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what? That's not even like number 5 on my list. That might be number 1. And it's just this stuff with my top 5 rankings half the time, I change like the wind. It really is all a mood and a perspective thing where I'm at in life. So right now I got my 5 and I'm excited to talk about it. What about you, Stevie?
Yeah, I mean, you
love music. This is right up your alley.
I have been waiting for this episode. This is my, Imagineering was your main episode. This is my main episode. I love talking music, especially Disney music. So I am so pumped for this episode. I'm literally like vibrating in my seat.
I think it's only right you start off then, Stevie. You want to just jump right in?
Yep. All right. So I will kick things off. So at number 5, my favorite Disney song comes from, and I don't think you actually know this, my favorite Disney villain of all time. It is Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog.
Great pick.
Friends on the Other Side. First off, Keith David's voice is it's the perfect villainous voice. It has so much I'm trying to think how to explain it. It has so much swag and the deep tone of his voice, and it fits perfectly with this voodoo doctor. So Friends on the Other Side, I remember the first time that I heard it, it has that awesome New Orleans vibe to it, that voodoo vibe. He's telling a story, and every time I hear it in the car, I'm bouncing around. I've got friends on the other side. It's so ominous.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I know we already did our Imagineering episode. I would love to see Dr. Facilier doing something at Disney World near either he needs to be in Villain's Land, that is for sure, just walking around. I think I've seen pictures of him doing this. I've seen pictures of him at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I think he's been there a couple of times. But yes, this song, Friends on the Other Side, Dr. Facilier, is such a vibe. I love it.
I like the song. I think for me, the song combined with the animation. So for me, it's not really like a Spotify bop, but when I watch that movie and you get the visuals with it, that's where it's top tier. I would call it a music video in that case. The song is good, but it's not for me a top 5. But when you include the visuals, absolutely, in a different day, could absolutely crack a top 5.
Oh yeah, the dancing, everything. I love it.
My number 5 is probably, so we went Disney umbrella again. So anything Disney. I kept it pretty traditional Disney, except for this one. My number 1 isn't either, but my number 5 is Breaking Free from High School Musical. I was in middle school when this movie came out, and I just love this song. The way that starts off with a slow ballad and then just pumps you up. There's really cool club remix versions of this song that you can find YouTube and Spotify. And I remember I was in a fraternity in college, and we would have our big social at the end of the semester or at the end of the year. and this was automatically a song that got on the playlist for all of those parties that we had, where it was the club version of Breaking Free.
100%.
Oh, it's fantastic. But just the original itself too is perfect. Vanessa Hudgens, her voice is great. And I don't know if Zac Efron's singing this one. I don't think he's the singing voice for this one. Maybe he is. I don't know when he was singing and when he wasn't. But it's great. The slow little melody into, I don't know music words if that's a melody or not, but that into the more than you, more than faith. Well, I can't sing. I don't know why I'm singing on podcast. That was terrible. I'm so sorry, buddy.
No, that is fine. Sing your heart out.
So it's a great song. I love Breaking Free. I went a little non-traditional with that one, but I love that one. Yeah, it came out High School Musical came out at a good time, like where I was in middle school, I think late middle school, and still to this day, it's an awesome song.
Oh yeah, I mean, this song is prime sing your heart out in the shower material. Mm-hmm. I have had many times where I am driving and I am just screaming at the top of my lungs, soaring, flying.
It's a great duet song with your significant other.
It's amazing.
Like we would sing, me and Lisa would sing this in the car when we were dating, like all the time. But it's in like a whole new world. This would be on there just to duet to, and it was a good time.
Yeah. So this actually was one of the songs that was tied for my number 4. Perfect. Because it's hilarious. Breaking Free it's High School Musical took the world by storm when it came out, and Troy Bolton and Gabrielle Montez really just they killed it. They were phenomenal. Like, and I think around the same time they were still trying to do like the Cheetah Girls. My wife, Katie, loves the Cheetah Girls. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but the Cheetah Girls, Raven, y'all can't touch High School Musical. High School Musical was just phenomenal.
Overall, yes. There is one song that I almost put in here. It's, I think, from Cheetah Girls 2. It's called Dance With Me. It's like a same thing, slow ballad kind of thing that builds up into a tango at some points, like a little hip hop.
Okay.
Awesome. Disney Channel original musicals, I would say, hit it in like the mid 2000s, mid early 2000s. They were on one. Shout out Kenny Ortega, who did all the choreography, all those movies too back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, it's High School Musical or nothing. And honestly, High School Musical, the series, which is on Disney Plus, also fantastic. Highly recommend for anybody that hasn't watched that.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I have it on my watch list, and I just never got around to it.
Lovely show. So, season 2,
it looks good.
Thanks. Season 2 got hurt because of COVID, but it came back around.
All right, I'll have to put that on my list. So seeing it, that song.
That was your 4, I guess. Or no?
So that had tied for my 4. So the other one that was also at that 4 spot for me is a Disney classic, but it's a specific rendition. When You Wish Upon a Star, but the version by Cynthia Erivo. I don't know if you ever saw the Pinocchio with Tom Hanks that came out during the pandemic.
I watched bits and pieces of it.
Cynthia Erivo plays the fairy godmother, and she sings When You Wish Upon a Star. And it will, I mean, I know you love Wicked, right?
I love Wicked. Loved it.
So you already know that Cynthia can sing.
100%.
When You Wish Upon a Star, sung by her, will move you to tears.
I don't think I realized she was Blue Fairy, actually, now I'm thinking about it. That's crazy.
She is amazing. Absolutely. Her voice is angelic. And when she sings that song, I can just put it on repeat because it is so unbelievable. Like her voice is just absolutely unbelievable. But if you haven't heard it, go to Spotify, Apple Music, wherever, listen to it, and it might it'll give you chills. Absolute chills.
I'm gonna have to give that a listen because I definitely have seen bits and pieces, but I don't think I've actually watched that part. I totally forgot she was like, that was her, that she was the Blue Fairy. That's pretty cool. Wicked is so good. I know it's not Disney, but my God, that's such a good movie. Can't wait for part 2. But My number 4, and I'm only going to put one song from this album because otherwise my whole top 5 would be from Tarzan, but it's You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins. Phil Collins did not have to go as hard as he did for Tarzan, but he did that. He did that for us, Stevie. I've always loved this song. One of my biggest regrets is I just didn't think to do this as like my mother's son dance song with my mom. I absolutely should have done that. And I'm so mad I didn't. Like, to this day, I'm like, why didn't I just pick that song? It's perfect. I remember when Kai was born too. I mean, besides like the movie, it's a beautiful part for that too, but I just have these memories of that too. When Kai was first born, Lisa finally got to take a shower after her C-section, and she like went to the bathroom to take a shower. So it was just me and Kylie, and I was just playing some like soft Disney music, whatever. And this song came in, and I just start singing along, holding my like, I think she was like probably 2-day-old daughter, bawling my eyes out. It was toward the end of Lisa's shower, so she comes out of the bathroom and just sees me rocking on a rocking chair with my like 2-day-old daughter. She's like, "You good?" Because I was playing the music so softly that it was just only I could really hear it. I was like, I'm playing Phil Collins, You'll Be in My Heart, and I can't believe we have a daughter, and I just love her, and this is a great moment. And I'm bawling with that. Oh, okay, sweetie. She came over to just rub on my back, and then she starts crying too, and it's the whole thing. It was a whole moment.
How did that not make your emotional moments last week?
Because I knew I was going to be talking about it with the song aspect. So I was like, let me talk about it then. But yeah, no, and it wasn't, it's a great Phil Collins. God bless you, sir. You didn't have to go as hard as you did, but you did that for us. So thank you, sir.
Yes. As we've said, that soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, you'll be in your, like, listening to that song, I've listened to it a couple of times because now I will put just a Disney playlist on, and it comes on every now and then when I'm driving in the car with Jazz, and just hearing that song, I've realized I don't think, outside of the Tarzan soundtrack, I don't think I've actually listened to anything else Phil Collins has made. As far as I'm concerned, he made the Tarzan soundtrack and then he went back underground or whatever it is that he does for a living.
Music, Stevie, music. That's what he does for a living.
he is the builder of dreams. That is what he does. that soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal.
It goes so hard.
And that song is like, it's amazing.
But Stevie, what do you got for your number 3, my friend?
Okay, so for my number 3, it is from. So you've seen Inside Out and Inside Out 2. Mm-hmm. This one comes from the Disney Plus show Dream Productions. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I have not yet. I need to, because I do love that. I should watch that. We were going to pick between that and watching Win or Lose, whatever that one was, and we ended up picking Win or Lose, which I think I spoke about on a very early episode on here. But no, we need to watch Dream Productions very soon. Yeah.
So just to give you a sense, so Dream Productions is, as you know, from Inside Out, you have all these different departments within within Riley's body of, her going through puberty, etc. And so this one kind of takes place, it seems like it takes place right before the sequel.
Yep.
Where she's just starting to get into puberty, but essentially Dream Productions, it is all of those little, like, I forget what those, like, the little people are, but they make the dreams. Okay. And it's amazing how they make these dreams. It's literally this huge video production studio, and it follows this one of the producers, her rise, her fall, her rise again, how she was like the maker of such amazing dreams, such as like some unicorn dream that Riley loved when she was like 4 years old.
I've seen that unicorn before. I know what you're talking about with that. Okay.
Yeah. And so this song, comes from the final episode. It's like this big, it's not like a dance number that they do, but they end up having a party of kind of like a lucid dream. So like she's kind of awake, but she's asleep, and she can kind of like decide how she wants things to go. And this song called Sweeter by Lily Elise.
Okay.
It is a bop. It is unbelievable. Essentially what she does is The lyrics for the song is life is sweeter when you're dancing. And it
that's
like
nice.
throughout like the show, because she has these nightmares and everything about puberty, like, oh, I'm going to my first school dance, and it kind of brings this side of you worry about things, like there's so much like anxiety and everything that you're going to be worrying about in life, but just let go, and life is so much better when you're enjoying yourself. And so the whole song is just life is sweeter when you're dancing. So get up, move, enjoy yourself. I love this song. Even if you don't watch the show, just listen to the song and it will become one of your new favorite Disney songs. You have to hear it.
I'm gonna have to add that for like definitely a little date night from home kind of thing with Lisa, to add that show on there. But that sounds good. I need to take a listen to that song.
Yeah.
My number 3, pretty quick, Surface Pressure from Encanto. I love the character Luisa. You probably guessed it from this episode, from many of these episodes you listen to. I have a lot of anxiety in my life and a lot of imposter syndrome, and Surface Pressure. Just remember the first time I hearing it, it was my favorite song in Encanto. I know we don't talk about Bruno is what blew up the charts, but Surface Pressure is great. I felt like I was seeing just like all these pressures you put on yourself, and the song is good. I might equate it kind of to like French on the Other Side, where I do like the song, but the visuals on it make it even better, where you have like the actual crumbling the earth and Luisa being Hercules and stuff like that. So I think I do like the song as a standalone, but I think added with the visuals plus it that much more. But Surface Pressure, great song. My favorite from Encanto for sure. One of my favorite Disney songs in the last 10 years for sure as well. But that's my number 3, Surface Pressure.
Yeah, I mean that is a great song. Yeah, everybody ran to Bruno, and I understand. Lin-Manuel did amazing. I believe he did the whole soundtrack, correct? He did all the songs for Encanto.
He did most of them, at least. I think he did the whole thing for Moana. He did most of them for Encanto, I believe, if not the whole thing.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, this is a great song, especially again the meaning behind the song of I'm the strong one, I can do this, I do that, like I can protect the whole family, but what if I fail? What's going to happen? What if I crack? What if I fail? What if I stumble? And it's just like I am putting a smile on, but inside I am losing it.
For sure.
And a great song. I agree. Definitely a great song. All right. Number 2. So my number 2, this is actually part of my gym playlist because I listen to it all the time. It is Zero to Hero by the Muses in Hercules.
Bless my soul.
Bless my soul. Herc was on a roll. When I hear that line, it gets me so pumped up. First off, the Muses are absolutely phenomenal. Without the Muses, you have no movie. I understand that it's not about the Muses, but this is like watching a Nat Geo and they say, so we're going to just mute Morgan Freeman.
I'm laughing right now because that is a hill. I've heard that. I think you said that on the podcast. You said it to me at least 50 times out of this podcast too, just how much you love the Muses, and like if they take this away from the live action they're supposedly in development, you might riot, and I believe you will, because you love those Muses, man. And I love that for you.
The Muses are everything, but like this song, it has so much energy. Zero to Hero. Also, there is nothing that is going to give you more energy, more of like hyping yourself up, more confidence than being cheered on by this vibe of that black church choir vibe. It is like you just want to get up and dance. Like you want to move. And so like, I mean, even like during the movie, when they have all this going, you're seeing him just beating people left and right. He's selling, air sandals and cups with his face on it and all this amazing stuff. And then they have like the the beat change in the middle, where it's like it just adds a whole nother like cheery mood to it. I love this song. And yes, I will 100% riot if they make anything Hercules and it does not have the muses, because that would be I've never boycotted a Disney movie. I would definitely boycott a Hercules movie that does not have the muses. I was almost there when they said Mushu was not in Mulan. I will not stand for Hercules without muses.
Well, you heard it here, folks. If this happens, we're not covering it on the podcast. Maybe we'll hate cover it on the podcast, but it's not happening. No, it's another great underrated movie, great underrated soundtrack. I think honestly, on par with, not on par because Tarzan's better, but like even though Phil Collins goes so hard, I feel like the Tarzan soundtrack doesn't get enough love. Hercules also doesn't get enough love because it's fantastic. But moving on, my number 2. No chance this wasn't going to make it on there, but Let It Go. It's the best Disney song to come out in my lifetime, I think. Personally, it's perfect. The storytelling in it with where you are at that point in the movie with Elsa, it's perfect. It was a cultural phenomenon. I remember like the video. I don't know if you remember this or not, but they did like a music video where it was Let It Go. They put like the actual animation behind it, but it was like 20 or 30 different languages singing the song, and they split it. Like that's how much of a cultural phenomenon Let It Go was. So it was cool. So it'd be like in English, it would then for like a line, then it switched to Chinese for a line, then German, and boom, 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 all around the world, because that's how much of an impact this song had on the world, kind of thing. And it's a beautiful song. Hearing it in the movie, in the car, in person, like when you go to Hollywood Studios and at the Frozen show there, hearing it in the Frozen ride at Epcot. Anytime I hear it, just automatic chills. Dina Menzel, God bless you. I was going to do a joke and say what John Travolta called her, but I forget what he said. But no, she lent her voice to this character of Elsa, and she continues to do it to this day. And this song in particular is awesome. And Adina lifts this movie up so much because of her singing abilities, and especially with this song Let It Go, it's a perfect princess movie song kind of thing. It's all about her being herself, and a lot of those times, especially those older movies, it's Snow White and Cinderella dreaming about their one true love one day. This is like, no, screw this, I'm letting it go, I'm letting all this fear go, I'm gonna do me. And that's what's awesome, and that's why I love the character of Elsa, and it's encapsulated with this song for sure.
Now, I also need to ask, this song being so high up on your list, does it have anything to do with this is like one of the first songs that Kylie learned to sing?
No, that definitely helps a little bit. That is actually very fair. Like Kylie's crazy. She turned 2 in March, and like I feel like a lot of kids her age are singing like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or Old MacDonald, and Kylie sings that. Kylie knows the words to Let It Go. She knows the words to a lot of the Frozen 1 songs too. Literally before bed every night when she was like a little baby, I would always sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to her. Yeah. And now we just sing like the first like half of for the first time in forever. It's not the best bedtime song by any means, but when your daughter requests it every single night, where she goes, first time in forever? Yeah, sure, we're gonna do it. But no, Kylie sings along to Let It Go. In summer, same thing. She has like this little toy microphone that if you press one button, it starts playing Demi Lovato's version of Let It Go. And she'll like it's like a little microphone, and she'll just put it up to her mouth, and it sounds like this for everybody listening on the podcast. And she just sings Let It Go, and it's very funny because especially before she knew a lot of the words, she would just sing Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go like 50 times, and that would be her singing it. And you know what? Subconsciously, Stevie, now they sang it. Probably a reason why it's in my top 5, but I honestly think it was in my top 5 way before Kylie too. It's that good of a song, in my opinion. Yeah,
because I remember you sending, it was you or Lisa that sent a video of Kylie singing Let It Go, and I was like, that's funny.
It's the best. But Stevie, you're down to your number 1, and I'm down to my number 1. So what's your number 1, my friend?
All right. Well, first, I'm going to give you some of my honorable mentions.
Okay.
So first of my honorable mentions, I have Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid, not the Jodie Benson version. I love Haley's version.
Okay.
I like her version a lot more. I just thought it embodied the song and the meaning of it better. than the animated version. But yeah, so that was one of my honorable mentions. Another one that I had was again from Hercules. I Won't Say I'm in Love by Meg and the Muses. Yes, it is great. The voice actor that plays Meg, she played that role very well. Great voice, and then the Muses in the background again. Just anything the Muses touch for me turns to gold. Them in the background singing was amazing. And then the last or another one I had, Nobody Like You by Four Town from Red Band.
Oh, also a bop. Not on my top 5 or my honorable mentions, but a legitimate gym workout song in my playlist is very good.
Yes, that boy band was dope. They were actually pretty awesome, and they caught me by surprise, but I thought that they were amazing. And then my last one, I've actually haven't seen this movie, but I've heard the song so many times, and it's funny because my wife Katie hates this song, and we've never seen the movie. I Always Wanted a Brother from Mufasa.
Oh, interesting. I kind of want to watch that movie.
I haven't seen the movie.
I haven't either.
But the song is awesome.
Yeah,
I love the song. It's so good. But all right, so let me get to my number one. This should not be a surprise for anybody that knows me because it is the song of a generation. Eye to Eye by Power.
I don't know. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. Why was I going to say Hakuna Matata? Of course, it was going to be Eye to Eye. You go on. I have a take, but go on. I have a take about the song.
Eye to Eye, Power Lines. The singer Tevin Campbell was amazing at playing Power Lines. Or being the voice of Power Lines. I love Tevin Campbell's other music. One of my favorite songs by him is Can We Talk, which is another lovely R&B slow jam song. But Eye to Eye, Power Lines, the Goofy movie is one of my favorite movies. I would even say, now that I think about it, you can throw Stand Out on that honorable mention list as well, because it was just such a great song. But the Eye to Eye, I mean, as we saw, because 30th anniversary of the Goofy movie, this song, Power Lines, came to life in this song. There are still people waiting for a real Power Lines concert. Would 100% go to I would pay money to watch Tevin Campbell sing Eye to Eye because of this song. I mean, this was the first full pop star, like animated pop star, like that Disney had ever done. Power Lines walked so Four Town could run. It's that simple. Power Lines is amazing, and there's really not enough that I could say about it. But Eye to Eye, my number one, it's a no-brainer.
Okay, so here's my hot take, and this will go into my honorable mentions. That is not even the best song in the Goofy movie, because the correct answer, in my humble opinion, is Stand Out. Stand Out is my favorite song in that movie. I love that movie. I love that song. Stand Out is my honorable mention. One of my honorable mentions, I should say.
Okay.
I do like Eye to Eye, but it's not even in my honorable mentions because I do think Stand Out is the better one. Going off my honorable mentions, another one that I have in there is This Is the Things I Get from Wish. I love that song.
Chris Pine. Yeah.
Steal the Show from Elemental. I had Stand Out. I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Be Prepared from the original Lion King. And then I went Disney Umbrella on these two, but the Imperial March, which technically wasn't like scored when Disney owned it, but I don't care. It's now Disney property now. And then Portals, which is the song. CB, you mentioned this as one of your favorite emotional moments last week's episode, in which the portal scene happens in Avenger Endgame, but that Portal song just, God, it's awesome. It's one of the best score songs for a movie I've ever heard in my life. But my number one overall this goes back to my favorite emotional Disney moment that I talked about last week, but it's the song Happily Ever After from the Happily Ever After fireworks show. And this isn't the best Disney song. It's just right now, currently, it's my favorite. We've been watching the fireworks show on YouTube on my house pretty consistently lately. And it's awesome. I talked about it last week's episode where it's my emotional moment. But whenever I hear that song, I'm immediately transported onto Main Street USA with my wife, Lisa, my daughter, Kylie. My parents are there always in these like daydreams I have, friends, family, all the stuff, just watching the fireworks show while the song is playing. It's just great. Like the whole Happily Ever After show is like about 10, 12 minutes, but you can actually find the Happily Ever After song on Spotify. It's like about 2-3 minutes, whatever it is. But it's great. There's some parts missing from the show. Like you don't have the little "You Can Fly" little melody that comes in when Tinkerbell's flying. But whatever, I can picture it in my head. It's beautiful. I love it. Again, it transports me to my favorite place in the world, which is Disney World with my family. So that's my number one. But this was fun. Awesome. This was good. And like I said, we could do another episode with our top 5 Disney songs next year. And I guarantee you it'll change. And it won't even be because a new song came out. It'll be because I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this song here. If I'm being honest, I kind of regret not having be prepared in my top 5 right now, but I'm going to get over it. It'll be fine. But yeah, Stevie, there's our list.
Yeah. Awesome list on both ends. I might have to fight you on that standout take and what you said about
We'll have it out. When this episode comes out, we'll put a poll on Instagram and we'll ask which one's the better song. Eye to Eye, Standout. No influences here. Just we'll see what the people got to say. But yeah, Stevie will be back next week again. This was another pre-recorded episode, which is why we didn't have any news Musketeer moments because we're recording this in the past. So, but by the time this one comes out, I think we're done for vacations for a little bit. So we should be able to record on our normal Thursday and get those updated news and stuff like that. So if anything comes breaking out, you'll get it next week. But if not, keep an eye on our social medias. We'll keep it on the Instagram stories for now. But yeah, that's all we got for today.
Yeah. So, and with that, all of you guys have a magical day and we'll catch y'all later.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. You can listen to the pod on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. You can also find us on our Instagram at Dadventures Around the Kingdom. If you have any ideas for future episode topics you'd like to hear, be sure to DM us on Instagram or email us at datkpod@gmail.com. Again, that's datkpod@gmail.com. If you want to follow our host Stevie on Instagram, you can do that at StevieJenko. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can also do that by following at Magical Vacays by Cam. That's my travel agency page if you're interested in booking Walt Disney World or Disneyland vacation at no additional cost to you. Feel free to DM me on there so we can definitely talk and I can get you a free, no obligation quote. Again, thanks for listening to Dadventures Around the Kingdom. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.